haunted by a spirit or creature that can cause fear-driven madness.
Before I get chucked out. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to another video. I am in Green Park currently. I'm going to head up to Selfridges. It's Black Friday weekend, so I guess Black Saturday. And we're going to see how hectic it is. Normally I'd do everything to avoid this, but I thought it was worth checking out to see if there is actually any deals and what the crowd is like. Ooh. There's a little Christmas market going on over there, let's check that out. It smells unreal. That had to be the bougiest Christmas market I've ever walked through. There was only a small strip outside Novikov bar, I think they put it on, but like caviar, sushi, Christmas themed sushi, actual reindeers. I think I might have to hit that up after we go to Selfridges. I've been considering trying out the red light therapy thing, the LED face masks, just as a test. I want to do some sort of like tests on things on the channel as well, just to see if they work like that. I've done a lot of research on it and a lot of people are saying it does generally work. So if you have any experience, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to spend a stupid amount of money on one and we'll try it out. I've just realised that I've not bought all my camera equipment out today, but I did bring my TV remote with me for some reason. This hasn't gone to a good start. Okay, this is Berkeley Square, so just on the way up to Oxford Street. We've got all these really cool old houses here. George Cannon, who's a statesman, can't say I know who that is, but there's loads of blue plaques. There's also Annabelle's, that really famous bar I think we're just coming up to, or club even. So there is a haunted house, 100% one of these, I can't remember which one it is. Annabelle's has gone all out with a kind of snow globe peacock thing. I've only been in there a couple of times. I worked there once as a photographer for a baby shower. It was a weird experience. Probably my best paid job as a photographer. I didn't get that many. But when I came in, the guy working on the door was Terry Keeley, who was the actor who played Carl Fletcher in Dream Team. Now, probably not a lot of you know what Dream Team is, but it was one of my favourite shows in Sky One back in the day. A fictional football club, Harchester United. He was the main striker, he was the main guy, and I kind of got a bit starstruck with him. I wanted to find that ghost, that haunted house. What's the story behind Berkeley Square and the haunted house?
The legend goes that 50 Berkeley Square is haunted by a spirit or creature that can cause fear-driven madness. One tale tells of a young woman who died there under mysterious circumstances, and her spirit is said to haunt the place. There are also stories of a monstrous entity in the attic, driving those who encounter it to insanity or death. The house gained such a reputation that it was avoided for many years, adding to its mystique.
Okay, yeah, so that's the thing I heard in the attic, and they've changed that. Look, people have gone mad in there essentially, which is over there and there. Wait, no, there. Right here is one of my favourite buildings on the square, and looks a little bit, well, not out of place completely, but it's a bit more decorative than anything else. These are a bit more horrible and boring. I think they were bombed out. I think that's why, during the war, that is. I don't actually know what that building is. And then we have this, well, there used to be a restaurant along here as well, but that's gone. Yeah, that's my favourite, but it just looks so nice. A little bit like French in a way. And I also have here the Phillips Gallery and Auction House, which always has some really cool paintings and items in there. There's like watches that they have in there as well, like watch auctions and stuff. I don't know who they're featuring today. It's very festive down there. We're not going that way, we're going up here to Oxford Street. Okay, they're doing modern contemporary art today, so that is an absolute headache piece, but I like it. Also, we're just coming up to Dunfield. This is Borden House. So they've got their like store, they've got barbers in there. you can have a little cigar. You can peek through here. See down here. And I haven't. Maybe let's walk to the window. Cigar. That's nice. Very cool. I want to sneak out of here. It's probably one of the first times I've ever been in there actually, because when I used to do photography again, when I used to do photography, I did I think it was London Collections Men's at the time, or London Collection Men's, and there was like a Dunhill event, and I was photographing outside, and I really wanted to go in. There was like it was all tailoring obviously, and it was all like all the good stuff from the menswear collections, whereas a lot of the Fashion Week stuff is a lot more streetwear, and this was one of the only shows that I really wanted to go in, but I was outside in the cold, taking photos of people going in and enjoying themselves, and yeah, I just always really wanted to go in, and that's really stuck with me. Like one day, I want to be invited to an event in there. That's been a key. So, like and subscribe. Maybe this will happen if we can grow this audience. But yeah, that's always been a goal there. It just looks like a really nice, chill place. Sit in the little courtyard, have a cigar, have a drink. But I wanted to be invited in. There's also these really cool like galleries and also auction houses and stuff, which on this street, which just show you like really old antiques. Like this is, what are they showing off here? Islamic and ancient art. So like ancient art. It's pretty cool, and like a proper museum, but in a store, and you can buy the stuff if you are super rich. Another absolutely iconic thing on this walk is Claridge's, which you probably recognise from that famous Cary Grant photo where I think he's there. I have it on my wall actually, I have it framed on my wall. It's one of my favourite photos where he's just walking out, he's either walking out there or he's walking out there on the other side. I don't know which side it is, I haven't really figured that one out, but it's a super iconic photo. And I've never been in Claridge's either actually. And then as we make our way up, this looks like a nice little bistro. As we make our way up, literally 2 minutes away from Claridge's, you end up here, which is Oxford Street just coming up, or Bond Street even. But you do have Gray's Antiques, which is always worth a visit if you're here. Some vintage watches in there as well, and just things that you just want to have a look at. Like someone had, I can't remember whose video it was, but downstairs is it's like a super old pocket watch. I'm going to say Oliver Cromwell. I know I've got that wrong. In my head, that can't be right, but it's super old. And then we go into basically a different world where it turns into JD Sports and like just tourist central. It makes this place great, but it's also just a bit congested. There's a lot of people. And as an introvert, I struggle. Okay, let's try it. Cross the street without getting killed. Oh, okay. And there we have it. Actually not that much bigger than usual. Designer room, I feel. So you just got the more casual streetwear stuff here, trap star, things I'm way too old for. And then we move on to the more fancier stuff. So you have Tom Ford's, a bit of shielding. I always feel really self-conscious about walking on these carpets. They're so like clean all the time. That's fear of God stuff. Not really my thing. This is nice. This is proper classic Tom Ford. Herringbone, peak lapel, single-breasted. Really nice and soft. It's like a wool cashmere. and no price tag. You know what that means. Nice little roll neck. See, this material-wise, I'm sure this is going to be rather lumpy in price, but again, no price tag. Wait, hang on, we might find one. So this is $9.70, right? Like, I love Tom Ford. I think for the tailoring and all that stuff, it's fantastic. I'm not getting the difference in what I'm feeling here compared to a John Smedley or a Sunspell or something along those lines, which is significantly less. This is lovely and soft. Really soft. So this I like, but I think that says 2,590. And again, really nice. I think everyone should have one of these. It's crew neck, different colours, maybe a navy, a camel, or like a cream, depending on your sort of complexion, what you wear with it. I think other brands do more affordable versions, to be honest. I mean, if you can afford it, it's absolutely no problem at all. Tuxes never look as good on mannequins. There's something about them, they just don't look good on mannequins. Maybe if we do this button up. That's better. But this for me is where we just find too much stuff with logos all over it. For me, personally, all the Gucci stuff, it's just not for me. Okay, we're back at Dunhill. Okay, so this is giving me real sort of 2002, like Tom Ford Gucci, suede jacket, big chunky ribbed sort of roll neck sort of vibes. £7,100. I have a, okay, so this similar kind of suit jacket thing is 1,395, so we can kind of assume maybe the double-breasted one is about the same. We're in a bit more of the sort of like younger, fashion-forward area here, and I really like this coat, which is Dries Van Noten, I believe. Oh, they've got it here. I mean, what are those? Anyway, yeah, outerwear, Dries Van Noten, jackets Ismiyaki, which is this thing. Whoa, she's got scales. Oh, I shouldn't do that actually, I might mess the whole thing up. But that is Dries as well. Like, it's a cool outfit. I wouldn't wear this stuff, like personally, but it's very cool. I've got to say, it's pretty cool. And who doesn't love a bit of George Michael as well? £965. Crazy. Can I try the, is it the Neroli Portofino? Is it right? Thank you. That is pretty good. I feel like that was pretty much everything in the menswear floor that sort of fits into the kind of like brands and style that I like. There is just one sort of, not small room, it's a biggish room for, that isn't more the sort of streetwear-y and younger sort of audiences and stuff. But there's some good stuff in there, there's some good brands. We're now going to head down to one of my favourite parts of the store, which is the photo book section. This David Hockney book is £4,000. I can't touch it. Ooh, so like things like this. 36 views of Mount Fuji, and it's all like shiny. Oh, that is very cool. You can see down there. Ooh. I mean, that is so cool, but also looks very delicate and hard to open. So I don't want to touch this, especially when they're saying that that is £1,500. Yeah, I'm not going to touch anything else. You can pick and mix your baubles for £6. Gotta say, I'm feeling pretty Christmassy. It smells amazing in here. Okay, That was Selfridges. All right, I'm back where Claridge's is. Actually, I really want to go in Claridge's. Should we just take a little peek on what's indoors? Let's see what's. Oh, sorry. Up these stairs. So there's the tree. I think you just go into rooms. Okay, there's no one up here. Why is there no one up here? And this, it just says Royal. What's Royal? What's in there? So that's locked with a key card. And then some halls. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here before I get chucked out. And there is the tea. But, yeah. Okay, I think I've outside my welcome. I'm really happy I went in there. That was really nice. Like, I think the key thing is if you're spending that kind of money, or if you've got a big occasion and you're choosing to spend it in a place like Claridge's, you want it to be good. Like, you want value for your money. You want a good experience, and that is a pretty special experience, especially at Christmas time with the tree. Gives you a good feeling, gives you a good little vibe. Whereas a lot of places around here, when you spend the money and you go to, leave you kind of wanting. So it's nice to see there's something that lives up to its reputation, at least.
Thank you.
I mean, that does look sick, to be fair. It's kind of crazy too. Okay, here's the plan. I'm back where Dunhill is. I'm going to go back through Berkeley Square. I want to go for that market. I fancy a drink. I need to post a couple of videos and do a little bit of work on my phone. I'm going to do that, get a drink, maybe get some food from there. It's getting dark, so I want to move fast. All right, we're in the street. It turns out this market has got a little bit more busier than it was earlier on. I think you can still get in. Exit only, great. Right, that's the queue to get in, so there's absolutely no hope of that. Queue still going. Still the queue. That's over there. And the queue stops here. There is absolutely no chance of me queuing up for that. So, to the pub. Plan B is probably one of the best looking pubs in London from the outside at the very least, and that is the Coach and Horses. Don't look at the man shouting in the street, Luke. Yeah, so the Coach and Horses, and it's like one of the thinnest looking pubs. Oh, just hit that back. Yeah, I believe the rest, again, was bombed out in the war. You can almost always assume that if there's a building like this adjoining to nothing else. But yeah, let's have a look in. Yeah, let's get a drink.
Honey, I've got plans. Take their time.
Plastics, I know. £7 for 60. Thank you.
Thank you.
That didn't go to plan. We've got a pint in a plastic glass and it's too busy inside, so we're standing outside. Who would have thought that from one of the thinnest pubs in London, it would be busy on a Saturday? Oh well. It's a good wine though. All right, that was a complete bust. Still got my pint. It was just too busy, and the street was way too busy as well to work, and I've got to do some talking as well. So I'm going to find somewhere a little bit more quiet where I can do a bit of work. Also, check this out. I'm behind Berkeley Square. Look at that window. So that's the back of one of the streets on, I don't know whether it's like Green Parky sort of way. Also today is insanely warm for London in just about December. It's crazy, like I'm just wearing this and I feel really comfortable, like almost not too warm, but I feel pretty okay in just this like jumper and this little jacket thing, this little thin jacket. It's kind of bizarre, but also kind of nice too. I always felt this building was kind of insane. Well, like look at it. So this, I think, is the Christian Scientist building or something like that. I don't really know what that means. So that, I don't know if you see it says cleanse lepers, raise the dead, heal the sick. That is creepy. I think this is an embassy. Don't know which one, they're definitely looking at me. You shouldn't film an embassy. I got a little bit scared there, people were looking at me with guns. And how nice does that building look? It's almost fake. I think a lot of these are embassies and fancy members clubs. I think I've had a great idea. I'm just come up to, so it's South Audley Street here. And if you are in town and you want a little escape from the crazy, you just go down this little road here. This land was conveyed to the church in 1732 as an Act of Parliament, became part of the church property. Oh no, I've gone the wrong way. There's a really nice house behind me. Okay, I was completely wrong. I haven't been here for a little while, so this is, so you go down South Audley Street. There's a public library here. It's called Mount Street Gardens. So you've got two little phone boxes for the people that love them. As the leaves are falling, it's not as pretty as it usually is. So like, when it's a little bit sunnier, this is such a nice little space to chill, and it's so quiet. It's surrounded by all these buildings here, and then those there. So it's like really closed off to the rest of town, and it is super quiet and just chill. It's got a different vibe about it completely. I'm gonna just park up with some quiet voiceover stuff and finish my beer. So I've done my work. Let's finish up. That was too much. All right, coming out of the other end, we've got this old church that backs on. So that's where we were. We've got another church here. Farm Street. Doesn't say how old it is. I mean, I'm not a religious man, but I love a church, especially an old one. They're just like little museums. And especially the difference between them and stuff. Look how decorative that little doorway is. Little cherubs all over it. As we come out of there, so that's where we were at the church, you get faced with this. So, I don't know what's going on. There's the Connaught, which is a famous hotel and stuff. You've got these cars. It's still super quiet. People are just standing outside. I mean, I don't know much about cars, but that is a nice one. I think people are just here for the cars. All right, so I'm just walking back. I was going to go to this other place, other part sort of area, but I found the Punch Bowl, which I believe is the one owned by Guy Ritchie and Madonna, or was. But let's have a look. Alright, that was just too busy. There's nowhere to stand or sit. But there it is, the punch bowl, and it looks quite nice in there. Pretty basic, but it's a nice looking pub from the outside. And here's the front of that church we looked at a minute ago. I didn't say when this was built, but look at this. I don't know if you can see that. You can go in. Oh no, there's nothing here. Oh, you can. Whoa. I mean, that is impressive. Oh, look at that as well. Wow. That was impressive. I love the architecture, I love the design and the drama of it. All right, it's getting dark now, so I'm just gonna head to my last stop. I think I'm gonna go meet someone for a drink later, but I've got to wait a little while, so I'm gonna go one last place for a quick drink. How nice is this? You've got this little cherry blossom tree in the middle, these really nice houses. If you guys watch any YouTube stuff of London, it's always people saying how bad it's got and how horrible it is, and the streets are full of litter. And all right, there's some litter down there right now, but you've seen today that it's a beautiful, lovely place. All right, the tourist part is going to be busy and people are going to throw trash on the floor, but it's not the real story. It really isn't. It's just easy for drama to dramatise it. Maybe get some clicks if that's what you think, but it's absolutely not like that at all, in my opinion. So this is Shepherd's Market, which has some really nice pub. We've got the Ye Grapes. Is it called the Ye Grapes? The Grapes. So this is a famous old street, as I say, called Shepherd's Market. Not because there was shepherds here previously, but the guy was called Edward Shepherd, who invented it, made it, whatever he did. But it's also, I'm going to bring the tone down a little bit, this also used to be heavy in the Lady of the Night game, because there's so many like dark alleys, and it comes off the back of the sort of high-end, upper-class sort of area. You would come along here, so these alleys here, for some extramarital enjoyment. And yeah, that was what this place was really known for a very long time, and up until 20th century. But it's got some really nice pubs. It's got this really interesting restaurant as well, which is a Polish-Mexican mix. So you've got pierogies and Polish dumplings. So how much is a meal? So you've got beef enchiladas and golonka. Don't know what that is. It is rather pricey though, so I will not be eating there today. But it's always appealed to me. It's very interesting. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end it there. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if there's any other places you'd like to see me visit, or any other sort of stores or areas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.